struggle because you are trapped inside of this pentatonic box shape, this lesson is for you. Or if you have heard of triads and you know a couple pentatonic ideas, but you're not really sure how to use them musically, and you're certainly not sure how to combine triads with pentatonics, this lesson is also for you. If this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Alec Lehrman. I've played on Grammy-nominated records, and I've taught thousands of students the lesson I'm about to teach you today. As always, you can download the backing track below, and if you want a deeper dive on this stuff, I have a course that I'll link in the description. Now, before we get into playing over the backing track, I wanted to just share with you the chords we're going to be going over today. So the chord progression is going to be C to G to A minor to F. Now, the first idea is just to take these chords and move them up 12 frets, okay? And you're going to try to visualize those chords 12 frets up, okay? And what we're going to do is just focus on small little parts of the chords. We're not going to be playing all 5 or 6 strings at once, right? We're just going to be playing 3-note voicings. And triads, tri like a tricycle or a triangle, is just short for a 3-noted chord. Okay, so we're going to be playing triads up here. But that's not really the best part, and a lot of guitarists hold themselves back because they don't understand how to combine triads with pentatonics. And we're going to get into all of that, but first you need to understand how to play triads, especially up here, 12 frets up. So instead of playing C like this, we're just going to play these top 3, okay? Those top 3 notes, and then we're going to move it up 12 frets, okay? And instead of playing G like this, we're just going to be playing the middle strings, and we're just going to play it up 12 frets, okay? And you're going to see how all of this comes together. For A minor, we're just going to be playing the top 3. And then for F, instead of be playing this big blocky chord, we're just going to be playing the top 3, okay? And it looks and sounds like this, okay? So before we even get into the backing track, it's going to look and sound like this. C, G, A minor, F, okay? Now the idea is that rather than just strumming these chords, you're going to play them one note at a time. So, and that's called an arpeggio. That's just a fancy name for playing a chord, but then just playing one note of each chord. So that's an arpeggio of a triad. So we're going to be playing C to G to A minor to F. Okay, now let's hear how that sounds in a backing track. Now, before you start playing, you just want to listen to what's going on. A lot of guitarists just flop their fingers on the fretboard and try to find a pentatonic shape, and that's not great. What we're going to do is play these triads. And then we're going to arpeggiate. And you'll notice that rather than it being a pentatonic idea where it's kind of like you're tracing outside the lines, this is very much like you're coloring inside the lines. You're getting every detail of every chord, and it's so simple to do. So the idea is that you are playing these triads. So a C chord is playing, you're playing a C triad. If a G chord is playing, like the chord progression implies, you're playing a G triad and playing them one note at a time. A minor, you're playing that A minor triad, and the F chord, you're playing an F triad. And what you're going to want to notice is the similarities and differences between each chord. From C to G, this note changes, this C note goes down to B, but this G note stays the same. So if you want to have a smooth and roundness to your playing, you'll just highlight the common tones or the notes that don't change. And if you want to highlight the differences, the notes that are changing, you're going to imply like you know exactly what you're doing. It's like you're coloring inside the lines rather than just outlining and shading just the perimeter of a picture. So this is a very, very great way to play chord changes. And if you want to go a step further, you can play this pentatonic scale. It's just a C major or A minor pentatonic scale. And the idea is that you are going to play the triads. So you're going to play these C triad to a G triad to an A minor. And then when you want to combine the triads and the pentatonics, you just simply sneak in a few notes of that pentatonic. So if we're going at the end of the phrase, so from F, we sneak in a little pentatonic action. And it's not too much. It's not like we're running up and down the scale, right? You just want to play a few notes so that you can fuse in your brain the idea between triads and pentatonics, okay? So if this stuff is making sense to you and you want to learn all the triads up and down the neck, there's a course waiting for you in the description. Now let's combine everything we know, the triads, the arpeggios, and the pentatonics. So pentatonic, pentatonic, pentatonic. And it's so simple to get very musical phrases out of not a lot of information. It's so simple. You just take the chords and you just play the chords. You're soloing with the chords. You're soloing using triads, and then you're highlighting, you're sprinkling some of that pentatonic on top. Now, if you want a deeper dive on this stuff, there's a course waiting for you in the description. And if you want to work together one-on-one and 10x your playing, I'll have a link in the description as well. Now that you understand this critical piece of information, you're going to want to check out this video so that you can 10x your playing.